Hey friends, welcome to One Little Coder. It is always good if you can use your programming skills to solve the problems that you couldn't have otherwise solved or to improve your everyday productivity. So imagine you are a trader and then you want to analyze certain stocks. Especially let's talk about India. So NSE is National Stock Exchange in India, and you want to take the top gainers of NSE and then probably you want to extract the data, see some patterns from it. But the first step for this entire thing is extracting the data itself, and it is not very easy for you to get top gainers. There are not much APIs available, and that's where web scraping is really handy. So in this video I'm going to show you how you can use R and RWS package to scrape data from moneycontrol.com and then analyze your data. So just a disclaimer, this video is completely for educational purpose. It doesn't encourage you to scrape, nor it doesn't encourage you to trade, or it is not an advice, or we don't do any sort of thing. So let's get started. So first step is copy the URL. Once you have the URL, then the next step is go to your RStudio and then load the required libraries. Let me increase the, and you can actually see the how the page looks. So the page looks, let's say we want tidyverse and we want harvest, and probably, okay, let's start with these two libraries. Okay, let me take janitor as well. Janitor would be useful when we want to clean the library. When we want to clean the data frame. So once we have these things in place, let's put the URL. Okay, we can say NSE top gainers. Okay, once we have the URL, the first step is extracting the HTML of the website. So that's the first step in any web scraping process. So let's call it URL HTML, and it's a weird name, read underscore HTML, and then give URL in there. At this point you can see that it takes a bit of time. It's primarily because it's trying to read the URL. Once that is done, next step is, if you see this, what we have got there is on MoneyControl, it's actually a table. So there is a very easy way for us to extract table, and let's see that table extraction, and we are going to say URL HTML. Okay, let's put URL tables and URL underscore HTML pipe operator. If you are not familiar with the pipe operator, it's just to connect your left hand side and right hand side. So whatever you have given in the left hand side, which is usually a data frame, that goes into the first argument of the right hand side. In this case, HTML table. Okay, and one thing probably we might need to do is we might have to say fill is equal to true. Fill is equal to true, which will fill if we have got a junk. So once we do that, we can see that we have got a list of tables. We don't need this, we need this. So you can see there are a lot of tables. So most of these tables may not be relevant to us. You are free to explore the table where we have got a lot of rows. Probably this is the one that we need. So let's open it. You can see there is a company name, high, low, last price, previous close, change, gain, percentage, done. So that gives us the content. So it is the second item in the list. So now we are going to say top gainers and say from URL table, give me the second one. Okay, let's look at top gainers. Top gainers look decent. So you've got company name, but you've got a baggage of things as well. So, and then you have got a bunch of columns. Okay, that looks very weird. So you've got a bunch of columns, and you've got a lot of NA values. Like you've got a lot of NA values. So probably we might need to do a decent amount of cleaning. And there are a lot of column names with nothing in it. So I think it is a good idea to remove the column name. Probably we can just keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think everything after 7 doesn't seem to be useful, at least to me. So if you think for your analysis if it is useful, just keep it. But I'm going to keep only the 7 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 columns. Okay. So first step is to say top gainers and select. Okay, I think the very first step that I'm going to do probably, okay, no, first select one, okay, 1 to 7. Let me see if it works. Okay, it works. Okay, let me view it, how it looks. So you can see 1 to 7 has got extracted. So after we do that, after we have extracted 1 to 7, probably the next thing that I want is I want to change these column names. Yeah. So first let me extract and save it. Okay. I can save it like this. Top gainers. I'm going to overwrite it. If I want, I can just go back and take it. So I'm going to overwrite it. So the next step is, okay, let me call it extract relevant columns. Here extract relevant table. Okay. Now after I have done that, now I you can still see I have 287. And the column names are, like if you want to see the column names, top gainers, it is, oh, the column name looks decent. But what I can do is, because I've got a bunch of things, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use janitor and then top gainers, clean names, and then assign it to top gainers again. Yeah, and done. Now if I run names again, you can actually see that the names are decent. So you've got a percentage gain, you've got previous close, you've got change, you've got last price, high, company name. So at this point our data looks decent, but still what you can notice is, you can notice a lot of missing values. And again, those are not simply missing values, like these are the data points we don't need. We want the stock name, but we don't want, what's like 5 day, 10 day, all these things. This is probably some mistake in the way the table is designed, or like it's designed, so we don't want to decide. So the easiest way for us to get rid of these things is, if you notice one thing is, these junk rows have got NAs everywhere. So what I'm going to probably do is, I'm going to say anywhere you have got low and NA, just remove it. So anywhere you have got low and NA, just remove it. Okay. So let's see. Let me go to top gainers and say filter out not equal to s.na of low. Let me run it and see if it runs. Okay, it runs successfully. Now I'm going to assign it to top gainers again. I can do all these things in single step, but I'm just doing it in multiple steps for it to be, very well explanatory. So open top gainers again. At this point, you can see that we have only 41 rows. So that's a good step. So we are in a good position. But you can still see that a lot of company names, like if I want to pick one, let's say top gainers, company name, and the first one, you can actually see that there are a lot of unnecessary things, like entire Tata Motors information is there. So all these things are not required. So we need to now find a way to say that I want only something from this that will give me the company name, only the relevant company name. So what can we do? So I think the good the one that we can do is the /t, which is for tab, is the escape character that we can use. So what we can try is, we can say top gainers again. Top gainers separate column, company name, let me just say company name into I'll call it company name new, okay, cleaned, and the separator is okay. Then let's try to view this, how it looks based on the okay. Company name clean, not found, cleaned, value, okay, column name, okay. I think I will probably leave it. Okay, let's see. Into is missing, that's very nice. Into is equal to company name cleaned. Okay, let's run it and see what's happening, if it actually does a job that we want it to do. Okay, company name cleaned. Successfully we have got the company name cleaned. I think probably I'll not even call them company name cleaned. I'll just call them clean company name, then we'll assign it. Okay, so I'll call it company name, and you can see the warning on the right side, and the warning just simply means that we have got some more values after we try to clean it, like separate it. And so yeah, to be honest, this is a very crude way of cleaning it, but it does its job. So probably I can use some regex, and then try to create a word boundary, and then extract only that. But this is a crude way of doing it, and I'm just happy with what it has done. So now at this point we have a data set, so let's do a glimpse of it. So when we do a glimpse of it, we can see like what's happening. Like if I do a glimpse of top gainers, so I can probably see if all other columns that we have got. So yeah, so probably this is another problem, right? So change and percentage gain has got a double value, but high, low, last price and previous close are actually a numeric value. So you can actually convert these characters into numeric, but I'm going to just quickly make a plot with only percentage gain. I'm going to show you, and then we'll wind it up, so you can then probably make all the changes that you would like to do. So let's go ahead and then make the chart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say top gainers, okay, making a chart. Like you can do any analysis. My point is to show you how to extract data and then play around with this. Top gainers chart. So top gainers, ggplot, geom call. I would prefer call because you might have a lot of names that you might want to flip the axis. So I'll just say my y-axis is equal to company name, and x-axis is equal to percent gain, and let's run this and see what happens, how it looks at least. Then we can, company name is not found. That's weird. Did I make any typo? Company name. Okay. You can actually see that what a terrible mistake I've made. I've not even enclosed them with an aesthetic. So you can see at this point, the plot is getting made. Then you can probably see, so while the plot is getting displayed, I'll add a little bit aesthetic changes. So one is going to use theme minimal, then plus I'm going to use labs of title top gainer NSE. Okay, NSE, I should probably call it a Nifty50. And then what have we got? We have got a subtitle using R. Okay. At this point, you can probably notice that we have got a lot of companies. Maybe we should at this point assume that we don't need all the companies. So maybe I want only the top let's say 10 companies.